Good morning, Ron, and good morning, everyone. It's Friday, June 12th. Here's what's happening. While in the Canary Islands yesterday, the Holy Father urged Catholics around the world to pray for those who have been lost at sea. He made those comments at the dock of Arguineguin, where thousands of migrants were abandoned in 2020. Today, Pope Leo travels to Tenerife, the largest of the Canary Islands, and another migrant stopping point. He will meet with migrants there and those who work with them before returning to Rome this evening. Here in the U.S., the bishops have consecrated the United States to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. The homily at the Mass was offered by Archbishop William Laurie of Baltimore, Maryland.
In a culture that prizes independence and self-reliance, we gather publicly to acknowledge that our deepest identity and our truest hope come not from ourselves, but from the Lord.
The consecration took place during the Spring General Assembly of the USCCB. Also at the General Assembly, the bishops approved changes to the Charter for the Protection of Young People, also known as the Dallas Charter. Among those changes are a presumption of innocence for accused priests. Some bishops objected to the changes, wanting broader defined protections for vulnerable adults, and outlined how to address abuse by employed laity. Bishop Barry Kennestout, who heads the USCCB's Committee on the Protection of Children and Young People, suggested earlier this week, however, that the Vatican is working on new documents regarding safeguarding adults and addressing professional standards for both clergy and laity. President Donald Trump says a peace deal with Iran could be signed soon after he canceled planned military strikes set for last night. Speaking from the Oval Office on Thursday afternoon, Trump said an official signing ceremony could take place this weekend, maybe in Europe, involving Vice President J.D. Vance and Iranian officials. Vice President Vance is referring Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison to the Justice Department for a criminal fraud investigation tied to state social service programs. The Minnesota Star-Tribune reports the referral follows a Republican-led House Oversight Committee report alleging widespread fraud in federally funded programs. Walz and Ellison deny wrongdoing, calling the allegations politically motivated. And finally, also at the Bishop's Spring meeting, the conference voted to advance the beatification causes at the local level for two men. Monsignor Joseph Ba was a Slovenian priest who helped grow the church in northeastern Minnesota in the 19th century. He died in 1922. The other is John Rick Miller, a layman and New York businessman who helped inspire several nations to consecrate themselves to the hearts of Jesus and Mary. He died in 2015. Now that the conference has voted to continue their causes, they may soon have the title Servant of God. I'm Matthew Handley and Ron Finn. That is the news this morning.